It's on Colonial.
Yeah, on Colonial, heading towards downtown, right off that I-4 exit, about 5 minutes down. We're going to be opening it up on November 7th. We'll have a lot of free food out there, have some DJs. Again, there's going to be a clinic out there. So if you want to register, please email brandon.harris@hoopculture.com. We'll get you guys registered and, sign up for that $200 gift card because I know everybody wants some free clothing.
Man, free food and basketball? It sounds like a good day to me. What about online? Can they catch you online anywhere?
Absolutely. Hoopculture.com, and then also Instagram. My account Instagram is online. But hoopculture.com and then @hoopculture on Instagram. You can go on there. You can browse all your favorite things. We have a lot of cool things that are exclusive to just online, and we have a lot of products that will be exclusive to just the store.
BMO, appreciate coming to the studio with us tonight. Tell everybody about Hoop Culture at the same time. So we want to appreciate you coming on the show tonight.
Thank you for having me. Hey, go Pacers.
Oh, man.
Oh, here we go. You got a Pacers fan across from
Paul George. Is his season.
I like Paul George. I'm with you on that.
Paul George, Miles Turner.
Oh, here we go.
I think that's going to be my rookie of the year right there.
We're gonna get to that in a minute. So, yeah, we want to thank our friends at Hoop Culture for coming by. Like I said, BMO is going to be with us again next week to make sure everybody in Orlando is going to be at this event. Like I said, these guys
be crazy, man.
These guys are like some of the nicest people out there, and their apparel is just about as nice as the people that are. So check them out. Like I said, hoopculture.com. And remember, when you go to the checkout screen, put in the word radio and let everybody know about it. So, like I said, as we transition back into the first night of the NBA season, right now it's 72-58, Detroit over Atlanta. Mark, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has got 19 points in this game right now. 4-5 from the three-point line, 7-10 from the floor, and it's not really been Andre Drummond. Are you surprised that the Hawks are down by 14 at home in the first game of the season?
Not really surprised. Like I said, before, Detroit is a rugged team. They play aggressive. They punch you in the mouth. And if you're not ready for a fight, you're not going to win. You have to be ready for a fight when you play a Stan Van Gundy team. You have to be ready for a fight. Atlanta, they're playing like cream puffs right now. It's all I can say. And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, I've been waiting for years for this guy to have a performance like this in the NBA. He had the talent coming out of Georgia. He torched Summer League twice, and he just could never put it together. Maybe this is the year that he puts it together and becomes a real player. So I'm happy just to even be seeing this.
Yeah, I mean, for me, this comes as no surprise. I think Detroit is going to have a solid year. I think they're going to be a playoff team. They're going to give watch. I'm telling you, they're going to give some people some tough games. Now, I don't think that it's going to materialize into a title run or anything crazy, but I'm telling you, this team is going to make some noise this year. I'm not surprised that they're beating up on Atlanta. I said a couple weeks ago that Atlanta was going to have a huge drop-off, and I'm not surprised. Again, I don't want to overreact. It is one game, but I don't believe in Atlanta this year.
Well, Paul, you mentioned Detroit being a playoff team, so let's look at the Eastern Conference right now.
Right.
If Detroit's in the playoffs, what team in that Eastern Conference is not in the playoffs? Because you look at the bottom, maybe say bottom
Brooklyn.
Well, okay, so Brooklyn's out of the playoffs.
That was easy.
Well, then, so is Indiana a playoff team?
Indiana's pretty close, and they're going to be right there fighting. That's the thing. The East is not as weak as it might have been last year or the year before. I think it's a little stronger. You got up and coming teams like the Bucks. People can laugh, but they're going to have a good year. The Bucks, the Pacers are not bad. Bringing in Monte Ellis, Miles Turner was a great addition. Moving Paul George to the power forward looks like it's going to be a great thing for that team. He's played really well. I'm telling you, I think the Pacers are right there in that same mix. The 6, 7, 8 spot in the East is not going to be as weak as it has been in previous years.
I mean, Mark, are you drinking the Piston Kool-Aid for the playoffs right now? Because I don't see it.
I'm going to say like this. They play tough and they play physical, right? And I know that, just that, won't get you into the playoffs. But if you're not ready to play them, it's a chance that you're going to lose, and they have enough, players to be able to go ahead and challenge and win a few of those games. So you have to be ready to play. Now, of course, when they play the best teams, the Chicagos and Clevelands of the world, if those teams come out playing like they're supposed to play, of course, they'll beat Detroit. But if Detroit can catch a few of those games where those top teams in the East and West are slipping, I'm telling you, they'll have a chance. If everybody plays them tough, I think they could put them in their place. But it's the NBA. It's a long season. Some games slip, and Detroit, could pick up the pieces.
I don't see it.
I think it's a chance.
I don't see it.
They're going to be fighting for the 8 spot.
I don't see what either one of you two are talking about with this one.
They're fighting for that 8 spot. I'm telling you.
I think Orlando. I think Orlando's better. Than
Orlando's right there too. There's 3 or 4 teams that are going to be in that 7-8 discussion, 6, 7, 8 discussion for the East.
I mean, outside. Okay, let's look at the bottom.
Let's count it because I don't think Atlanta is legitimate. I think they're right there in that same mix.
I think Atlanta's a playoff team. Let's not get.
Atlanta's a playoff team, but they're right there in that 6, 7, 8 spot.
I see 6 or 7, not close to 8. I mean, if you look at the final playoff spot in the East,
they're going to be watch those 3 spots are going to be close.
I don't think Detroit's on that level being that close. I think for me, the final 3 spots.
I can't tell by tonight. I mean, it is game 1, first game of the season.
It's back to what you're saying. Game 1.
But they're smacking the Hawks.
I mean, they're up by 17 points right now. I mean, you're right. I mean, they're up 17.
And they're going to get Brandon Jennings back.
But the question that's the question I have. I don't know if Brandon Jennings is going to stay on this team most of the season.
Which it doesn't appear to be that big of a deal. So if they get someone back for him, I mean, then that just makes them a little more strong. I, and Zach talked about some trade possibilities earlier. Just a hypothetical to throw out there. I mean, you could look at a team like New Orleans where they really need guard help based on injuries.
Right now.
You move Brandon Jennings there for a guy like Ryan Anderson, add him to the Pistons, and that spreads the floor even more for guys like Drummond and Stanley Johnson to attack the paint. I'm telling you, man, I think the Pistons can make some noise, especially if they do make a trade for Brandon Jennings and get back a solid piece.
My thing
I'm going to tell you, Pistons this year are going to play grown man basketball, and I think that will be able to get them in the hunt. If you're a finesse team and you're playing against the Pistons, you might have some problems.
That's
and
true.
If they can win enough of those games where some of the better teams might slack off, we just playing the Pistons, that's how they can, enter in a race. And I'll tell you another thing. Larry Bird, all the people were just like, oh, yeah, Paul George, I don't know about the power forward position. Even I was saying, I don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's probably looking at everybody and be like, shut up. I know what I'm doing. I'm
Right.
Larry Bird. Have a seat. You know what, Larry Legend? I'm having a seat right now.
Yeah.
I'm not going to question, when you say Paul George could work at the power forward because I did it. So I'm not even going to question him on that no more. We're done with that conversation.
Exactly. But we're going to just take a discussion after the break. 800-729-8255 or Orlando area 407-916-8255. This is Full Court Press Radio sponsored by SOFOELC. We're right back after the break.
Medical malpractice? Visit forthepeople.com. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Great news for all you TV lovers out there. Vigil is a free app that identifies the music you're listening to or the TV shows you're watching. Anytime, anywhere, on any device. Earn points and get rewarded with movies, gift cards, and more. It's called Vigil. It's free, it's easy, it's fun. Get it on iTunes, Google Play, or Windows today.
The Sports RX with Brandon Kravitz and the Shot Doctor.
Number 3 on my drop 'em list. Gets graveyard music because this is a sad, sad moment where, unfortunately, I do have to lie this man to rest.
You will not drop Peyton Manning on this show. I won't allow it to happen. If you are playing this music to drop Peyton Manning, I will not allow it. I want it to stop right now. We're not doing it right now. It's premature right now. I know the 6 games have not been good. I know that that's the name you're about to say. I want this stop right now. I don't want to hear that you're going to drop Peyton Manning. I don't want to hear it, so go ahead and do it.
It's time.
It's not time.
I know it's going to be tough to hit the button. His name is Peyton Manning.
I can't do it. I'm not going to do it.
I know. It hurts. I don't want to say it either. But Shot, his fantasy relevancy is dead.
The Sports RX with Brandon Kravitz and the Shot Doctor. Weekday afternoons at 3 p.m. on FM 96.9 The Game.
Walk this way, you and me, babe. Get your event tickets in a click at the new 969thegame.com. On sale now. Def Leppard with special guest Styx and Tesla Saturday, January 30th at the Amway Center. Solar Bears home games, and UCF athletics. 969thegame.com, keyword tickets.
Hey fans, this is Eric Kohler, stadium voice of UCF football. We invite you to tune in to EK Sports every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we feature the preferred picks of the week, insured by our good friends at Preferred Benefits Consultants, where it's always fun to pick those games of the week, but never a time to gamble with your health care. Find a Preferred Benefits Consultant at OrlandoHealthExchange.com. That's the letter X, OrlandoHealthExchange.com, and start saving today.
Looking to expand your reach and following in all platforms of media? Need a jumpstart in expanding your brand to all markets across the world? SOFO is here for you. SOFO means something for everyone, and they help expand your business through all platforms of media. Need to grow on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram? Their experienced team expands your brand and puts your business in places you would have never been before. Call SOFO at 407-607-9862 or follow SOFO LLC on Instagram and Twitter.
The sizzle of a steak on the grill, the crashing of waves on the beach, and whatever that is. At iHeartMedia, we've harnessed the power of sound in a way that can help you expand your reach to a new group of target customers and grow your business through customized and effective advertising. Big or small, local, regional, or looking to go national, our iHeartMedia consultants are ready to help. Call 844-BUY-RADIO or go to iHeartMedia.com.
Are you looking for your dream home? Or are you looking to move out of your current home and find the home to start the next chapter of your life? Look no further. Jim Fouquet with Century 21 Rue Realty is your go-to guy to help you with all your needs. Specializing in West Orange County, Lake County, and Ocoee, his goal is to take care of you from the beginning to the end and is not satisfied until the job is complete. Stop by 401 West Colonial Drive, Suite 7, or give him a call, 321-945-6832. Jim Fouquet with Century 21 Rue Realty. Are you looking for a fun experience on the water with your family? Bring them to the Orlando Water Sports Complex, located off Highway 528 near OIA. The Orlando Water Sports Complex provides an experience you won't soon forget, featuring cable wakeboarding, as well as the Super Air Nautique G23, the world's best wakeboarding and wake surfing boat for guests to enjoy. For more info, visit actionparks.com. That's AKTIONPARKS.com. And tell them Full Court Press sent you.
All right, cut the music. We are FM 96.9, The Game.
We are back on Full Court Press Radio, sponsored by SOFOELLC, 407-916-8255 in Orlando, and toll-free 800-729-8255. I'm your host, Dane Thompson, checking in to you tonight with my tag team duo of Mark Johnson. Mark, how you doing, my friend?
Great. Just watching these games.
And Paul Myers.
Hey, man, in the studio. This is what I do.
You know, I see we have a call line. Before we get to the caller, it seemed like LeBron James just went down holding his back. And Paul had just mentioned something as we were coming back in the break, that this could be something huge for the Cavs if the back does go down. Quick question before we get to the caller. We'll limit this to 30 seconds. Does this mean LeBron takes a sabbatical the first part of the season?
I don't know about sabbatical. I do think I do think he's going to be a little limited. You're not seeing a plethora of minutes from him tonight anyway. Every time he leaves the floor, he goes and lays on the baseline or sideline. So I do think it's an issue. As Zach alluded to at the break, he thinks it is a bigger issue than they're leading on. I agree. So I do think they're going to monitor his minutes a lot more closely, and I think you'll probably see him rest some games.
Well, LeBron did check back in. So, Mark, before we get to that, we do have a caller in line. Caller from New York. Why don't you talk about the New York Knicks?
Oh, boy.
Here we go. Caller, welcome to the show. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Ted from New York. How you doing?
What's up, man?
First-time caller.
Hey, thanks for calling.
Love the show, Danny, Mark, and Paul. You guys always represent.
Appreciate it.
First-time caller, 6'1", 260. I was waiting for them. But I've been listening to you guys for the longest.